Hello everybody, welcome to Officers Adda 247. I hope that you guys are doing well and you are preparing for your exam JAIIB May 2025 in order to crack this particular exam in May 2025 only. Consider this as your first and last attempt and definitely you will crack this exam. The agenda of this video is very clear. We have come up with another session for the RAFTAAR series, and in the RAFTAAR series, what is the objective? Objective is to solve quality MCQs. Today also we have various MCQs, various nature of MCQs will be covered, but the unit which we will be covering for IE IFS is unit number 4th, a very important unit I would say, because MSME along with priority sector lending forms the essence of your Indian economic architecture module A. So let's start the session. Very important session I would say, because highly recommended to solve all these questions. Why? Because you will be able to score at least 1 to 2 marks if you are very serious for this unit number 4th. Okay, so this is 2 marker question and the time which you should take is only 50 seconds, not more than that. Okay, so question says that which among the following sectors is included as part of PLI initiative for MSME? There are various sectors for which Government of India provides you can say support for MSME under the PLI scheme. So how you will be able to remember all? There is no need to remember every sector, but important ones like white goods, very important. Your ACs and LEDs, they form what? White goods only. Food products, yes, they are a part. Auto components, again, yes. Medical devices manufacturing along with the mobile manufacturing. So all these 5 components, all these 5 sectors are included in the PLI scheme for MSME by Government of India. So option D will be the right answer here. Okay, for all of you who have marked D as the correct answer, you can add 2 marks in your kitty. Okay, so let's see one by one that what all important sectors are there for your PLI scheme. Important ones are the 5 which we have done in this particular question. Apart from that, there are many sectors you can say. Sector 1, mobile manufacturing and specified electronic components. What are the specified electronic components? The semiconductors, right? Semiconductors. Then we have critical key starting materials, drug intermediaries and active pharmaceutical ingredients. See, the pharmaceutical ingredients are separately mentioned and pharmaceutical drugs form another category. Okay. Manufacturing of medical devices and automobile and auto components. Then specialty steel for various purposes, special steel is there. Then we have telecom and networking products, electronic and technology products, white goods, very important, ACs and LEDs, food products, textile products, man-made fiber segment and technical textile also. So man-made fiber also finds a mention under PLI scheme. We have high efficiency solar photovoltaic modules. Then one special battery, highly efficient battery, mark this, very important. This battery is highly efficient, known as advanced chemistry cell battery. Latest entrant in this list is drones and drones component. Okay, so these are the sectors which you must remember, and we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 sectors under the PLI scheme. Okay, earlier there were 13, but as I told you, this is the latest entrant, so you must know the number as well as the types. Okay, next question. 0.5 marker, and you must take only 10 seconds. Very simple question. Okay, so the question says dash creates new jobs, reduce unemployment, promotes entrepreneurship culture, facilitates innovative business solutions. So which of the following initiatives fit in this particular description? Job creation, reduction in unemployment, entrepreneurship culture promotion, and innovative business solution. Correct answer will be your option number B. Option B, that is a scheme for promotion of innovation, rural industries and entrepreneurship, also known as the Aspire scheme. Okay, so Aspire scheme is the right answer here. First scheme, SFURTI scheme, is for the traditional industries only. National Manufacturing Competitive Program, again to increase the competitiveness among the industries, manufacturing units. CLCSS is for one sole objective only, that is technological upgradation. Okay, technological upgradation. So option B is the right answer. If all of you have marked option B as the right answer, then you must add 0.5 marks also, because in the end I will be asking you your total marks out of 7.5. So SFURTI, as I told you, it is for traditional industries, and the main objective is to enhance the level of competition among the traditional industries. Fine. I hope that the sound is proper. Then Aspire is for job creation, reducing the unemployment level, innovative business solution and promoting the entrepreneurship culture. NMCP, National Manufacturing Competitive Program, to increase the competitiveness among the Indian MSMEs. What is the difference between SFURTI and this NMCP? This is for the overall MSMEs, but here we talk about the traditional industries only. Then we have cluster program, again develop the clusters and form the competitiveness model among the MSMEs. CLCSS, as I told you, for the technological upgradation of MSMEs. Fine. So along with the questions, you must know that what all other options are there which were wrong, but what is the concept involved. Now 0.5 marker here, again not more than 10 seconds you should take. So now we have a very important question here, although a simple question, but a very relevant and important question. It pertains to the definition of MSME. Before solving this question, let me be very clear that IIBF has specifically mentioned that the updates for our exam should be considered till December 2024. So the current affairs or the latest updates regarding the various components should be taken care up till December 2024 and not beyond that. But as you know that in this budget, that is on 1st of Feb 2025 only, we saw a new definition of MSME. So should we cover that? Answer is clear cut, no. Okay, we should not focus on that because December 2024 is the timeline for our current affairs updation. But we will see what was the updation, because it's not that difficult to understand. Simply the multiplication factor was introduced. But let's come back to the question and see what is the correct answer. So the ratio of minimum investment in plant and machinery for small and medium enterprises asked. So small divided by medium enterprise in case of the definition from the investment point of view is being asked. So correct answer is what? Everybody quickly tell me. Option B, 1:5. Small, medium investment 10 crore, 50 crore, divide 10 by 50, you will get what? Answer as 1:5. Okay, this is the correct answer. Apart from that, the micro investment criteria is what? 1 crore. For micro enterprises, annual turnover criteria is 5 crore. Then for small, it is 50 crore, and annual turnover is 250 crores. What you need to remember is this: 1, 10, and 5. If you remember 1, 10, and 50 crore, not 5, it is 50 crore, and just multiply it with 5. Multiply 1 by 5, 10 by 5, 50 by 5. Now you will get what? The turnover values. Okay, so just remember the first row, you will automatically be able to decipher the second row by multiplying the first row with 5. Fine. Now let's move on to the latest definition, or the revised limit, you can say. Currently it is 1, 10, and 50 for the investment, 5, 50, and 20 for the turnover. Now latest is this one, the revised one. And how we can arrive at these limits? Just multiply the investment, the current investment, by 2.5. Multiply by 2.5 and you will get this. Multiply the turnovers by 2 and you will get the revised. Okay, so one thing is there, that these ratios, the question which I have asked, the ratio will remain the same, na? 1:5, whether it is for the updated you can say limit or the old definition, because we have multiplied with the same number for the small as well as medium as well as micro. So multiplication will cancel out and the ratio will remain the same. Okay, fine. Now this is an important question, important concept will be there, so answer it very, very carefully. A very important topic, I would say, that is priority sector lending has started. Okay, so the question says the total priority sector obligation for small finance banks has been determined as dash of adjusted net bank credit or cash equivalent of off-balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher. Okay, so what will be the percentage here? Whether it is 75%, 55%, 40 or 50% total priority sector lending for your small finance bank. A very simple question. It is what? Option number A, that is 75%. 75% is the total priority sector obligation for the small finance banks. Okay, next question. We will be seeing the RBI guidelines after this question, because otherwise this question will be answered in that guideline only. Let's solve it. There is no obligation to meet the PSL target by which of the following financial institution? 0.5 marker question again. So foreign bank with 31 branches, with 11 branches, 21 branches or 25 branches. Correct answer is what? Minimum, I would say 5 seconds, maximum you can say 7 or 8 seconds. That's the only time frame which you should take. Correct answer is option number B. Okay, option B will be the right answer here. How? Now let's see the table. The important thing, the most important topic of this entire chapter is here in front of all of you. RBI master guidelines, master direction, PSL targets and classification, updated on June 21st, 2024. Categories, various categories are there. Total priority sector lending, category is one. Then we have agriculture as second category. Then micro enterprises as third category, and weaker section as the fourth category. We will see that also. But initially, let's focus on the total priority sector. Total priority sector, the categories are further divided into banks also. Various types of banks, financial institutions are there. So the first institution is domestic commercial banks, but they do not include the RRBs and small finance banks because separately they have been mentioned by RBI. Plus you have foreign banks with 20 or more branches. Fine. If a foreign bank is there in India with 20 or more branches, it has to oblige this particular criteria for total priority sector lending. So for commercial banks and foreign banks with the 20 plus branches, it is 40% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher, because RBI wants you to lend more, na? That is why, whichever is higher. Foreign banks with less than 20 branches, target is 40% of ANBC or COB, out of which, out of this 40, 32% can be in the form of exports, but mandatorily not less than 8% can be in other priority sector. You must focus on other priority sectors also, not only in the export sector. RRBs, again 75% for the RRBs, and for lending to medium enterprise, social infrastructure, renewable energy, the priority sector achievement only up to 15%. That is important. This one, renewable energy, only 15% is the limit. Small finance bank, again 75%. Okay. Now the next important one is agriculture. Here it is 18%, out of which 10% is prescribed for the small and marginal farmers. This you must remember. This kind of question can be asked. 10% for the small and marginal farmers. Foreign banks with less than 20 branches have no obligation here. RRBs, again 18%, 10%, and same is the case with the small finance banks, 18% and 10%. Similarly, whatever we have discussed in the domestic commercial bank and foreign bank with the 20 plus branches. Micro enterprise, 7.5 here, not applicable. In the foreign banks with less than 20 branches, 7.5 here, again 7.5 here for RRBs and SFBs. Advances to weaker section is the important one, and 12% is there for domestic commercial bank and your small finance bank. Fine. But rural banks, the RRBs, must lend, must have an obligation of minimum 15% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. Okay. Fine. I hope that you would be able to mug up these concepts as soon as possible, because 1 or 2 marker question is surely expected in this cycle only from this particular topic. Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic. The next question. Government launched the Stand Up India scheme to provide a business opportunity. Which scheme we are talking about? Stand Up India scheme. Okay. Business opportunity to those who are either the females or belong to the SC/ST category and require financial assistance to the to start their greenfield business ventures. What is greenfield business venture? In the business parlance, we call these projects when a particular entity or particular individual is starting business for the very first time. Okay, no experience is there. So these individuals are given special loans ranging from dash at low interest rate. So what is the range for this scheme, Stand Up India scheme, specifically for females and SC/ST category candidates, SC/ST category applicants, that they can have a low interest rate? Yes, lower interest rate. Is it 5 to 50 lakh, 5 to 10 lakh, 10 to 1 crore, or any of the above? Correct answer is what? 10 to 1 crore. Fine. This is the right answer, option C. Okay. So here you can see it is 10 to 1 crore at low interest rate. Very important question. CGTMSE. Individual, micro and small enterprises. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can just ask me in the chat section. Individual, micro and small enterprises can apply for collateral free loan up to dash from the Ministry of MSME and SIDBI under the CGTMSE scheme. What is the limit here? Collateral free loan. Collateral free loan, many a times this question has been asked in various subjects. In CAB also this question has been asked. So the correct answer is 1 crore, option A. Fine. This is the overall description. And one thing, additional thing which you must remember is that the scheme is the brainchild of Ministry of MSME, but with the collaboration of SIDBI. Fine. Small Industries Development Bank of India. Next. Which among the following initiative has been launched by SIDBI to improve the accessibility of credit and hand-holding services to MSMEs? 0.5 marker, very easy question. It is Udyami Mitra portal, MSME Sambandh, then SFURTI scheme or Aspire scheme. It is what? The portal, the basic portal via which we can quickly access the credit. Your Udyami Mitra portal. Option A will be the right answer here. Launched in 2017 under the regulation of SIDBI, and the main criteria was, the main objective was to quickly get the financial help and expert guidance from the portal. Next. Which among the following is the aim of CLCSS? That we have already discussed, but still if you want to answer, you can answer the question. Whether it is to provide the business opportunities to women and SC/ST candidates, whether it is to create new jobs, reduce the unemployment, or it is to organize the traditional industries and artisans, or it is to upgrade the technology for MSMEs. Correct answer is option D. Fine. So you can link the first option with the Stand Up India. Then second option, creating new jobs and reducing the unemployment. It was what? One of the component of Aspire scheme. And what about the C option, organizing the traditional industries and artisans into clusters? Again, we have the description of SFURTI scheme. Fine. So for this particular question, CLCSS is the upgradation of technology for MSME, option D. Okay. Now the question asks you regarding the scheme, which among the following schemes organizes the traditional industries and artisans into clusters and makes them competitive. First, the various industries, the traditional industries will be organized into clusters, and then competition will be imbibed in that cluster. So is it the SFURTI scheme, Aspire scheme, Stand Up India scheme, or none of the above? As we have already seen 2 times, I think twice we have seen this. So scheme of fund for regeneration of traditional industries will be the right answer. That is SFURTI, option A. Here you can see that Ministry of MSME has launched the scheme in 2008 and it was revamped in 2014. Main criteria, main objective, to make the traditional industries competitive and provide support for their long-term sustainability. What is the nodal agency here? It is KVIC. Although this is not that important, regular cluster, major cluster, but for the sake of comprehensive coverage, we can just have a look here. If the cluster is having 500 artisans, then it is known as regular cluster. For more than 500 artisans, it is the major cluster. And why I am telling you this? Because government assistance will depend upon the type of cluster. If it is a regular cluster, the government assistance is up to 2.5 crores. If it is a major cluster, government will provide its assistance up to 5 crores. Okay, so SFURTI scheme, a very important scheme. You must know each and every important aspect of the scheme. Okay, now let's move on to the priority sector lending target again. And this time I hope that most of you will answer this 1 marker. The priority sector lending targets with respect to small and marginal farmers of foreign banks with more than 40 branches in India is dash. So this question tests you on 2 levels. 1, you have to decipher that which kind of foreign bank are we talking about. Okay, so foreign bank with more than 40 branches. So it is having the same obligation as the domestic commercial banks. First thing. Now, what is the obligation? You have to answer here. Okay, you have deciphered this. Now you have to answer here. A very, very important question, I would say. Normally we ignore this particular limit, but examiner can test us based on this limit. Option B is the right answer, that is 10%. Okay, here you can see that 18% of ANBC or COB, out of which target of 10% is prescribed for SMF, small and marginal farmers. Okay, so this was it. These were the questions which were there for this particular session. Now let's discuss that what is your score. We have 7.5 as the maximum mark for today's session, because most of the questions were 0.5 marker, and you will you should expect such type of marking in real exam also, that 0.5 markers will be there from unit number 4. There is not higher scope for 1 marker or 2 marker. The statement based questions are very, very less when it comes to unit number 4. So 7.5 marks, what is your score out of this? Do let me know your score, and in the meantime let me share with you one very, very important information, that we have launched our selection batch for JAIIB May 2025, and this will be starting from 8th of March. This is very, very important to know. Why? Because this is the last batch, last comprehensive coverage batch, which will be launching for this particular cycle, this particular examination cycle. After this batch, you will be getting some short-term courses, quick courses, you can say crash course type courses. But if you want comprehensive coverage within a limited time frame, and definitely I will highly recommend you to join the selection batch, because you will get a mixture of recorded videos and live classes. You will get quality MCQs in the form of test series, mock tests, and your 150 plus ebooks will also be there. So without any further ado, just go on the website and enroll, because this batch is specifically for English medium audience. Okay, so this was it from my side. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, else we can conclude the session. For all of you who are watching this in the recorded format, I would highly recommend to ask your queries, ask your doubts, and do share your scores as well. Okay. Fine. So we'll meet in the next session. Till then, goodbye. Take care.